We have a platform that we're using at the moment. It's just been launched and it has so much exponential potential. I feel like the kid in the candy store, knowing that I already own and have access to this. AI bots, they're combining trading bots and mining bots. They're using artificial intelligence. And it has been said that that will be the next $1 trillion industry this year.
Yay, folks, it's day 5. And oh my God, I think I am seeing results already.
When you move into larger substantial amounts of money, you want to consider systems and safety more heavily. I never hold my wealth in a place that can be transacted easily, right? And we really shouldn't.
According to YouTube, my estimated revenue is up $10. Easy money. Now I know what you're wondering. Now that I'm cashed up, what should I do with my money? Well, allow me to introduce to you Jessica Soul.
All right. So this is a little bit more of a, complex little diagram. But basically, this kind of, what I love about this is it's kind of like emotional, the emotional stuff down the bottom. In answer to, I saw there was one question there about financial background. I actually, I don't have a background in finance. I think my biggest strength when it comes to this is I have a background in being a very fierce woman who doesn't accept low standards. Like, that's pretty much it.
So, while we listen to these morsels of inspirational advice from this not a financial advisor, I do recommend you be handy with a pen and a paper because you'll want to take notes.
Now, we've got a platform that we've been working with for the last 6 to 8 weeks, which is very similar to that. It's an institutional investment stage. It's just kind of been launched out to the public, right? So what we're going through is that enthusiasm kind of stage at the moment, right? Media attention stage. That's where where we're at with blockchain, Web3, crypto, Bitcoin, altcoins right now. If you watch anything to do with Trump, we're in enthusiasm, media attention stage.
Now, I personally think that Trump is a weirdo nutcase, and anyone who cites Trump as an authority is also a weirdo nutcase. But I really struggle to understand how women can support a man who, according to Wikipedia, has been accused of sexual harassment over 25 times.
Oh, I really probably don't need that much money in my bank account. Maybe I'll put that extra 10K I've got that I really don't have in there because I really want that extra. And some people know how to ride these waves and other people don't. So we are in a phase at the moment, I believe, for many people, where we can predict the future to a certain degree and say, could be a pretty good year. I heavily preach when it comes to my mentorship spaces, when it comes to helping and educating people at deeper levels, when it comes to any of the platforms that I help people with, diversify.
Diversify. They like to say diversify, and then they recommend you to a one blockchain, one ecosystem, the one place for all your digital assets. Diversify.
Buy with education behind you. Find a community. Find people who can mentor you if you need that. Ask questions. Don't feel like you need to go it alone. About you, but I would love to stay on top of the narratives, not to overwhelm myself, but more so to understand where I'm at. So in a year, I can be like, yeah, no, I've been in a community for a while. I've been educating. I've been spending 30 minutes a day looking at stuff. Take the time to understand it and be patient. Make sure you have a framework. Find a good community. Find a good mentor. Find some good people to work with, even if they're just your friends and you're all on the same page. Make sure you're in conversation with people so that you're not going it alone.
Now, I really want to highlight this find a community concept. Here is Amy Sale, and she doesn't portray the finance guru, not a financial advisor mentor. She portrays the I'm just like you. I know nothing as well, but I know someone who can help us through it.
I do not want my children to be left behind. So when I spoke about Trump coin before, I threw in an amount that some people would think was outrageous and other people would think was small, right? But I threw an amount onto the Trump coin on a Sunday morning. I was like, telling my partner, oh, I'm just buying this Trump coin. He's like, what? What are you doing with that? And I'm like, oh, it doubled.
I hope everyone can see what's happening here. She's touting herself as an expert trader. She put a modest amount, some people will call it a large amount, on Trump coin and doubled her money.
I have a solid system that backs me up. Make sure you get your information from good sources. And if you can, try and find places where you can connect to founders of projects and things like that. Because at the end of the day, if you know a few things and you can get onto Zoom calls and be part of a community, it's always going to be a good idea.
She recommends following someone with connections, with insider knowledge, and she has connections and insider knowledge.
So if you have large funds, whatever that means to you, you need to be multi-layered when it comes to the security to protect yourself against anything. You're the bank in this space. Now, if you get to this point and you're like, holy moly, I've got $1 million in Bitcoin or whatever amount it is for you, and you have these high quality problems, trust me, it's not that scary to get this stuff sorted. Like a strategy that I would use is I would have a seed phrase written down securely somewhere. When I started, it was in a notebook, in a piece of paper, in a safe. And then when you make your millions, you want to have them backed up on metal plates. Again, great quality problems to have down the track for all of us, right?
And these people that they target.
Yes, g'day, Dennis. I'm using Phantom. I've got an issue that I took Phantom only because I'm currently on holidays down in Victoria in Australia from Queensland, and I have a MetaMask wallet, but unfortunately I've forgotten the password.
These people that don't know how to manage multiple Gmail accounts on their computer are being recommended to follow someone like Jessica Soul. Miss Chloe Maxwell with 28,000 followers on Instagram is another one of these so-called finance gurus, and she has her own network of people pushing this crap as well.
I know that some people have been invited along. You're like, who the heck is Jess, and why are we listening to her on a Tuesday night? Potentially by your friend. Diversify, educate, mentor, and learn how to buy before the masses do. That's ultimately the thing at the end of the day is having a look at new spaces. I've got a brand new platform that I'm working with, which is what I believe is me buying before masses and making really smart decisions for other potential exponential growth. I've got gold, which has a 3,000 year history. So I like to be in ownership of as many things as possible so that I feel like I'm making really smart choices. Also, don't forget about the giveaway. So feel free to tag me and share the love and get some takeaways and share them with your community. I always appreciate that. I will announce for somebody tomorrow. If that person is you, I will move you $500 to your chosen crypto space. I have an amazing recommendation for a place, but I am not a financial advisor and I will never tell you what to do.
And the other thing I want you to notice too is that they never actually specify the platform that they are promoting. And I can speculate about reasons why. And I just want to finish on one last thing. Apertum, the so-called blockchain that's supposed to be decentralized. I have not been able to find any source code for it. No GitHub repository. If it's truly decentralized, then I should be able to run a node, right? And why do you think it is that everyday people like you and me can't run our own Apertum nodes? Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your wonderful support. Day 5. I know it's going to go up a little late today. It's not the daily videos that's causing me the most issues. It's looking at this shit every day to find something to turn into the daily video. Also, it's no coincidence that I started this on February 1. I have an ulterior motive.
I'm going to leave you with this quote, which I freaking love. Procrastination is the assassination of all destinations. And that's exciting because at the end of the day, they'll also have autonomy, which is what I believe will happen in the next 10 years, is that the people will fight for their autonomy. And that's exciting. Or we'll all move to Dubai and pay no tax.